I'm Brian Suryah. I'm the founder of Suryah Studio, and I am here with
Kash. I'm the creative director, designer, all things, all brains behind Girls from Planet Venus.
and we've known each other for
Too damn long. It's like, no. Since 2018, since I started the brand. 2019.
2019.
2019.
Yeah, we met because at the time I was working as the creative director for FRS, French Shoes, which was at 515 Cathedral Street. And I had a program running there called the Combine, and we were working with local designers from the area to bring them into the store. And I think I came across your brand on Instagram.
Period.
And I was like, gotta reach out to her. And yeah, the rest is history. We sold a lot of clothes. Made a lot of money.
I had the most profitable grand opening for a brand for rent has ever seen.
That's true.
If you walked in there, you left with something. 75% of the inventory was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a really good time.
It was fun.
Was there food? There wasn't food.
Wasn't food. We was getting drunk.
Yes, there was alcohol.
Everybody, it was alcohol everywhere. It was very fun.
But the clothes were gone.
Clothes were gone.
Yeah.
Yep. Last got a crab cake. Delicious.
And now, Girls from Venus is...
We worldwide.
And also 5 years old.
And 5 years old.
So let's get into that.
Let's do it.
Cool. Okay. So what inspired you to start Girls from Planet Venus? And how would you say that vision has evolved from year 1 to now being year 5?
From 2018 to now, I think that GFV has evolved into a more elevated, and I'm saying elevated like with quotations, because it's like not really. It's more so about how you dress GFV rather than what I'm actually making. So I think that GFVs are moving towards a more target market of like streetwear, but like dressed up and dressed down more than just comfort wear. So that's been the transition that we're going through. When I say we're going through a rebrand, that's the transition.
Nice. We're in a city, like we're in Baltimore, obviously.
We are.
And Baltimore has such a unique identity, such a unique style. How do you feel like Girls from Planet Venus sort of exists within the ecosystem that is Baltimore's sort of unique gumbo of style, culture, and art?
I don't think we do. Like, I want to say that a lot of the trends and things that I like aren't from Baltimore and like me growing up. More so about the media I consumed growing up and being a Teen Vogue subscriber and being a fan of the Spice Girls and stuff like that. Even being a Pharrell fan, like I feel like that's where a lot of my influences come from for GFV. When it comes to Baltimore culture, I see like the Baltimore customer base and how they dress, and then how like LA clients dress or how, you know, Atlanta clients dress. And I think that with us, we have more of a color coordinated style that I think comes from just, I don't know what it comes from. I want to say like just a lack of knowing what else is out there. So I do think that's one thing I did notice. Like all of the girls who shop from Baltimore, they used to like do like a shirt, but they do like a colored pant, like, you know, shoe that match the shirt or match the jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like It's a lot more color coordinated than I expected it to be.
Okay.
Which I don't hate. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I like seeing how people put things on.
Yeah. So it's been 5 years. 5 years of success, of blood, sweat, and tears, of highs, lows, pitfalls. What would you say has been the most significant thing that's happened since you decided to bring Girls from Planet Venus into the light?
Oh my God. The most significant thing? I think it might have been the Comcast commercial.
Okay.
So in 2021, maybe? It was 2021 or 2022. I really can't remember. I applied through the Comcast Rides application, and basically GFV was awarded with a commercial that would run on the air in certain regions of Maryland, greater Baltimore area mostly, and basically, yeah, we ran on like BET, MTV, VH1, everywhere for like 6 months, from like November until like March. And that was crazy. People just sending me the videos, people seeing my clothes on the street and being like, oh, I saw it on TV, or me being stopped in the street. It gave a really big like brand notoriety in the city that I didn't have before. So that was cool. And I think it was most impactful because it kind of showed me like I don't have to move to have an impact table for my clothes. You know, everybody moves because they feel like the successes wherever it is in the moment. Like, you know, those hubs like Atlanta, LA, New York. But it's just like, I don't have to move to get that same kind of, I don't want to say love here, but that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you don't got to move and then come back to feel the love of what you're doing. You can stay here and do it too.
Okay. So much of streetwear is really a reflection of like the trends and the happenings that are currently going on. For your brand, how do a lot of those influences sort of pull into your design process, if they do? And what could you say like that's been happening right now has been shaping where you're at right now as a designer?
Okay, so I always say that GFV is like little me and like now me making clothes together. So I always pull trends from like things I liked when I was a kid, but I couldn't wear because I wasn't grown. So I always pull like inspo from like my younger days of just like in fashion to now being able to afford certain things, being able to buy whatever I want and wear whatever I want, into designing. I feel like current trend wise, I don't like to design based on trend because trends go away. Even though they come back and it's a cycle, they go away. And then that is how inventory sits in your closet forever. So what I like to do is I like to like mix a trend with like an everyday item. So like, for example, this fall was super trendy when I made this shirt, but this is a tee you can wear forever. Like, it's such a good quality tee. When I redid it the second year to like kind of basically restock it, I made it a little longer so you can wear it throughout like the winter, like how I have it on now during the fall. So I think that I take elements from trends, but then I still have the wearability, the comfortability, and then like the younger me. Like, we kind of all just put it all together, and then boom, there comes the product.
Nice. And if younger you were to sort of like describe the perfect studio for the brand, what would that look like?
Okay, so when you walk in, it's pink fur walls.
Okay.
All right. The floor is like a really funky, swirly rug with a bunch of different colors in it.
Okay.
There are like bean bags everywhere, pillows with different shapes of like flowers and hearts and fun. I think like Lisa Frank's room is what I'm looking at in my head. But like when I was younger, I loved color. My favorite color was pink. It still is pink. But I loved color, so I would like anything that was like colorful and funky and fun and just looked like I was having a good time.
Okay.
So that's how the studio would be. You come in, you have a good time, you feel all the feels, and you buy the clothes. We can never forget to buy the clothes.
Yes, they're gonna buy the clothes. One thing that I always have loved about the way you design is that stop is that it's always been so effortless. It feels like. I feel like one core thing that I know in my experience working with you that has been amazing is that the clothes really just sell themselves. There's a lot of intentionality that this is made for you when you walk up to it. And would you say that that's something you've kind of been working intentionally towards from the start, or something that you sort of discovered as this 5 years has happened?
I think I want to say it's a little bit of both, but it definitely progressed more of like making clothes for my customer, like in the last, like I want to say 2 to 3 years, because I talk a lot to my customers. My customers are regular girls, like just like me. We go to work, we go to school, we go to the bar, like we're regular girls. So it's like I'm thinking about what I want to wear if I don't feel like getting dressed for work, but I want to look nice and I want to look presentable. Oh, I can throw on a GFV hoodie and a pair of jeans and some Chelsea boots because they kind of go together in a way. It can.
Yeah,
you know.
I see the vision.
You see the vision? Okay.
I see the vision.
So, like, that's what I wear to work when I don't feel like getting dressed. Like, I had on my green GFB like jersey dress, like that green like it wasn't just dress. It was just like a hoodie dress, and I had a pair of leather pants, and I had on some like sneakers, and I was going to work, but it looked like sporty chic going to work. So I think about stuff like that when I design, and then also I talk to my customers a lot. Like if I see them in person at a pop-up or using the polls on Instagram and just utilizing all those things, like you can really, it's so hard to not know what your customers want at this point. You can ask them every day.
Yeah.
So I think that in the beginning I was designing just based on what I liked and what I think the market needed, and then it became a thing of like, what do all of us need?
Yeah. And speaking about like, so now that 5 years has already come and now we're looking at the next 5 years. What do you need?
A studio. I do. It's time. I've been trying to like hold off on it. Got a 2-bedroom place. Still need more space. So it's like I need a studio. More of a showroom.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be the vibe. It's never gonna be a store. I don't ever want to have a store. I want everybody to understand that. Like that's been it's been a lot of years. Like you want I don't want a store.
Okay.
Stores are a lot of responsibility that I just don't want to carry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that type of person. I don't like responsibility. So it's like a studio is more so where I can come, I can work on like GFV, I can do photo shoots inside there. I can like really have a place to just see all my concepts come into fruition, rather than having a store where I gotta make sure I'm open these hours and do this and do that. Like I just want you to be able to come in and shop if I'm there, and if I'm not there, I ain't there. That's kind of it. Yeah.
What neighborhood would you want that to even be in?
Charles Village, and I don't know why.
Okay.
I like Charles Village. I always have. Okay. Like,
in particular, like street, like
it's a street on Charles Village that has houses and they're all different colors. What if I just take one of those houses to make a studio inside of it? I like that street, but also if not, like honestly, I want like a warehouse vibe. That wouldn't be bad. I'm scared of them though, because you know they have the doors that go up and then the weird little elevators people be getting stuck in. So if we could find a modern warehouse somewhere, that'd be cool.
Okay. I know you have a lot coming up, and I don't want you to I don't want to like take everything out of the bag, but like what's one product that you can say you're like super excited to get up on the website and get out?
I'm making my first skirt.
Okay.
And I feel like it's been so long, because like when you think of Kash, you think of like mini skirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody on earth is like, well, you just gonna put a skirt on anyways. And I'm like, these are the actual factuals. But it's just like I've never made a skirt for GFV. I've made like the hoodie dresses. I've made like the sporty look, but like I've never made this a skirt. So that's coming for the spring for sure.
Okay. And what, to anyone watching this, what piece do you need to buy now to be ready for the skirt?
Oh, you have to get the Venus, the rhinestone tee.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
They're gonna go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, and you can get that
at shopgfv.com.
Okay. 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 And as you continue to grow, obviously things like collaboration are going to start being on the table. And have you thought about how you would handle GFV's first sort of collaboration? Are you thinking more like a visual artist, another designer, something like completely unorthodox that we would never think of?
GFV has been offered many and plenty collabs, and I have respectfully declined all of them. And it's not a thing of where like I don't want to make clothes with anybody else, so I don't feel like anybody else is worthy to be on the same, pieces of me, because it's not that. It's just that I feel like the brands that have reached out don't align with me, don't align with women, like, or they just like, respectfully, people be trying to just get around you. Yeah. And like, I'm not a celebrity or nothing, but I can tell when somebody is just feeding off me. Like feeding off my energy or feeding off creativity and stuff like that. And that's what the men be trying to do. They're not trying to date you. They're just trying to, take your ideas. And that's as respectful as I can say that. But it's just like, my first dream collab is with another female designer. Okay. It's not with a male designer.
Okay. It's just Are there any names you want to throw out into the atmosphere, or you want to keep that in the top?
I'm gonna keep it in the top.
Okay, it's
like 2 collabs that I have that we're talking about. We're working on them, so they may come out, they may not. You just never know how things are gonna go. But yeah, it's 2 that I'm excited about, and I think they could be good.
Okay.
With 2 women, so okay. I'm into it.
How many pieces of GFV do you think every girl should have in her closet?
3.
Okay.
Solid number 3.
Okay.
You need like 1 hoodie, 1 pair of sweatpants, and 1 top. Okay. So you got a full fit.
Okay. So just 3.
Just 3.
Okay. All right. Cool.
GFV a little, so you can't always.
It's workable. It's workable.
Yeah, it's workable, but I do understand like the color palettes aren't always feasible. Because even me, I look in the mirror sometimes. I'm like, what am I about to put on with this? So, then I throw the Ricks on, and everybody's like, you got your Ricks on? I'm like, every day, because I can't think of nothing else to put on, so every day.
Okay. So right now, do you see you taking like GFV on the road for like a tour pop-ups, or are you just kind of in a space where like you're really trying to settle in, root in Baltimore, and like get something a little bit more structured started here?
If the opportunity presents itself, I will pack up a U-Haul and be on the road. Okay, I would love that. I think that's a great idea, and it's a great way to just be world. Like, I'm not nationwide, I guess, which is not really worldwide, but I think that's a great idea. I definitely thought about that before, like doing like a tour with GFV, doing like exclusive merch for each city type of thing. I think it's a really good idea. But currently, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to plant roots in Baltimore, but what I am going to say is like there is a foundation of GFV that has never been set.
Yeah.
Like, I've been making clothes for 5 years, but like somebody asks, like, what's your mission statement? I've been saying I make colorful clothes for cute girls for 5 years. That's crazy. So like the rebrand that I feel like I keep talking about and I keep seeing and I keep posting about, it's just more so of GFV getting a foundation, like mission statements and where do I see this going and where do I want this brand to look like if I end up selling it and stuff like that. So that's what I've been working on currently, just getting a real like sturdy foundation. So if we do get opportunities, people ask me questions and stuff like that, it's not me like, I don't know, let me hold up. Let me call Brian. Like, so it's not that. It's more so like I know every single thing is being worked out and it's like solid. Like, we can like shake, but we can't fall.
Okay. So there's definitely probably someone who is gonna like come across this and think to themselves, damn, I'm in the same sort of position right now. What is like one piece of advice you would give to someone in that same sort of like transitional phase? Take
your time. It's not gonna just happen. I feel like I've been rebranding for like 3 years. Like, when it comes to the clothes are kind of changing a little bit. It's it's getting a little bit more mundane, but it's like for a good reason. And then it's like, take your time because it's not gonna happen overnight. Different things may happen. Different things may need to be paid for. So you gotta just take your time with everything. And then like, just remember why you started. I think that keeps me super duper leveled. If I remember why I started this brand, who I started this brand for, talking to my customers, like all of that I feel like it keeps the brand super level, but it keeps the brand super like good. Even if I'm not like putting out clothes, like people are still wondering like what's next for GFV, what's next with Kash, and I think that's cool.
What is next for Kash?
I'm getting this degree, honey.
Okay.
Graduation, a quick trip, and then I'm back on this. And with me having more time from not being in school, I think GFV is going to do really well, especially because my degree is going to basically help shape the brand a little bit more too.
Okay. Have you already started like a plan for that? Or are you kind of just like still taking like some personal time?
I'm taking some personal time.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I do an hour of GFV every day, and that's just like what I got to do now. And then when I have more time, I spend more time. But right now, I'm fighting with manufacturers over stuff that happened over the summer, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Streetwear in itself is such a mirror to what's going on around us and what all the current happenings are. How do you feel like your brand sort of dips and dives into the streetwear trends that are popular right now, or does it at all?
I think it does. Like, I think GFV may dip into trends when we don't like saturate ourselves in trends. So, for example, when I made this top that I have on now, this font, I'm sorry, it was super duper trendy when I feel like I made the top. But I felt like I still needed to make a nice, a nice, comfortable, like wearable top, even though it had this big logo across the front. So like I made sure it was like breathable cotton, and people were really into tanks at that time, so I made a tank, ribbed, all those things. So I think I dabble into trends and take inspiration from trends and different things that I like too, and then I kind of just make it as a wearable item.
Nice.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. This has been a great conversation.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So we talked about the start, the inspiration, the clothes, the designer. So
that girl. It's like, no, I'm kidding.
Where can I get the clothes from?
Okay, so if you want to just go shop, you can go to shopgfv.com. If you want to follow us on the gram, we just going to put it right here because it's a funny little wording, but this is the wording. And if you want to follow me, I'm Kash on all platforms. So that's KASHIO with 2 N's.
And you can follow me at Suryah Studio, SURYAH Studio.
And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Peace.